Hey guys, Brother Kevin here. Just want to talk to you a little bit about our life groups, and that's what we call our Sunday morning small groups. And so we are today, October the 11th, we are sharing a vision plan for how to move back into our life groups. And so we are going to be back in life groups on October the 18th, which is next week. And what that means is we got a plan laid out on how to get everybody in and safe. We want you to be social distance in your classes. We want you to wear masks in transition. Those are the same things that we've been doing in service, and we want those to continue in small groups. And so that's how we're going to move forward. On this video, you'll see a link that provides a link to where your class is going to be. Almost every class had to move to be able to get to large enough areas to be able to social distance. So I hope that you will work with us in that and trying to find your room, trying to find your location. And we worked really hard to try to provide enough space so that you can social distance couples together and social distance everybody else, and just try to figure out how to fit into the spaces where we are. Now, we're assuming that when you check in on Sunday mornings that you're going to check into a service and that you would come in. So if you're in service already and you're headed to a life group, you can go directly to that life group. If you are coming to life group before you go to service, we're going to ask you to use two locations. The one location is going to be in our nursery area. For those of you that have kids or your classes are on that end, we definitely need you to check in on that end. We will try to have check-in up for preschool and for children's groups. Also, you can check in on the nursery, and also you can check in the gym foyer. And so those are the two locations that we want adults and children to move through if you haven't already been in a service. And so we definitely, we're going to be taking temperatures. We want to keep you guys safe. We want to encourage you, if you are an older adult that is more susceptible to the COVID virus, we would ask you, if you want to, stay home. It's okay. We understand that not everybody is going to be available for life groups, but we want to open back up. You know, when we started down this road, we had a process of trying to talk through language on what we did with COVID. We had three zones. We had a red zone, an orange zone, a yellow zone, and a green zone. Well, red was when we first started. Red was complete stop of everything. We didn't have church services. We didn't have anything going on at the church. We were just checking on people, making phone calls, trying to work through what it meant to live in this time frame. Well, orange came, and what that meant for us is in June we started in-person services. We have two services, one at 8:30 and one at 11, but we really hadn't moved back into small groups. And so now we're in the yellow phase. What that means for us is this yellow phase is we are going to open up life groups again, our small groups, on Sunday morning. So 8:30 is going to be service time. Life groups would start at 9:45 to 10:45, and then we have a second service at 11. And so once we get through the next phase, it would be the green phase, which means everything at the church would reopen, just like we know we want to be. Everybody wants to be in green phase already, but we are working through right now our yellow phase, which means a partial opening. Listen, we hope this meets the needs. We want every class, every person who's been going to class, we want these to meet your needs in small groups. We want to do our best to provide for you the Word of God and community in our church. We hope that this transition is smooth. We know you're going to need some help finding places. We're going to not only have room labels, but we're also going to have some posters up that show you exactly where to go and things like that, some signage. So we want you, if you have any questions, please call us. You can always look online and find the map, and you can call us at any time and we'll answer any questions that you have about life groups. During this phase, all of our adult groups are going to be meeting. Also, our students are going to be meeting. They're going to be meeting in the large group area, in the student worship area. Right now, because we're in yellow, they won't be going into their individual classes, but they'll be meeting in the large group area. Our children will be the same way. They will check in, and then they will move to the children's worship area, where for right now, they're going to stay together, social distance, in our worship area. Also, what's going to happen with preschool is we're going to have three preschool classes. We're going to have babies, walking ones, and 3s through 5s. And so it'll look exactly like it was before we went into shutdown. Those classes will look the same. Here's the key though. We are after our promotion time. So if your kids are promoting into the next class, we want them to be able to go into those classes. So for instance, kindergarten, if they were downstairs and they were 5 years old, now they're promoted into kindergarten. And so they're going to be moving up to the worship area. If your child was in the walking 1s and 2s and now they're 3, they need to be moving into the 3 through 5. And we'll be there to help you walk through those transitions, but we want you to know that adults, children, youth, and preschool all are going to be meeting together in their life groups on October the 18th. During this phase, during the yellow phase, we are going to continue kids coming to our worship services. We are going to provide childcare in babies 1s and 2s and 3s through 5s during life groups. But that would be the only time that kids would be there. And part of the reason for that is so that kids don't have to stay in the same environment for 2 or 3 hours. We feel like for their safety, it would be better if they are with you during the services and then come to life groups for that 1 hour. That way we could keep our facility clean. We could transition in a way that will help you, hopefully, as parents. Listen, we love you guys. We appreciate you. I know the staff, every day we talk about how much we appreciate you as a church family, as a church body, loving us and letting us work through these details and how you've loved us through them. We appreciate it. And we love you, and we will talk very soon. Thanks.